So our next speaker is Shodipo Ayomide, a senior developer advocate at Leak, and he's talking to us about after Create React Native app, what next? So after you've gone through Valentino's process, what next? Yep, he's ready for me.
Hi everyone. Can everyone hear me or see me? Okay, I'm visible. Good. Okay, so hi everyone. As I said, my name is Ayo. Let me share my screen. That's odd. It seems there's a technical problem right now. And is there anyone on the live chat to come help me, give me support here? Because it looks like I cannot share an application. I can only share my Chrome browser. Is that true? We StreamYard. Can anyone hear me? I don't know what's happening here. Hello? Your voice sounds distant. I don't know if there's some access I have to get, but I can't seem to share my Keynote. So my slides is on Keynote and not on my Google Chrome browser.
Yes. So just share your Keynote. You don't need to share your Keynote, just share your screen, then like back to Keynote.
Okay. Okay, I see that.
Yeah. So you good? Yeah,
Does it work?
So
It works, right? Can everyone see my slides? Can everyone see it? Can I just get a yes from like one person because I can't go back? Good. Okay. As the organizer announced, my name is Shodipo Ayomide, and today I'm going to talk about after Create React Native apps. What's next? So my name is Sis, and senior developer advocate at Flake, community for on SAC, Devs Lagos, Open Source Community Africa, and Africa Hacks. So why exactly do people use React Native? So number one, cross-platforms. Number two, that mobile native experience. So some companies using React Native, we have Instagram. So React Native was built by Facebook. We all know that already. So definitely one of their platforms definitely uses React Native, so which is Instagram. So Instagram is fully built on React Native. We have Airbnb, we have Bloomberg, we have Discord, mobile app, we have Facebook Ads Manager, we have SoundCloud, we have Skype, and we have Tesla Mobile. So great applications using the same tool that we all use here today to build amazing solutions that work. So setting up your React Native environment. So it actually looks like the last speaker covered most of the things I'm going to be talking about in my talk. So I'm going to move all my focus to one major thing in my talk that he slightly didn't mention. So I'm just going to run through all this process and just focus on that part when we get there. Okay. So first things first, setting up your environment for Windows or Mac users, Android Studio or Xcode, whichever works both. For iOS users, you have to have Xcode on your system. So you install Watchman, install Homebrew, JDK, iOS and Android emulator, Node, NVM, React Native CLI. Okay, most of us might not really know what NVM is. So NVM in this case, so what NVM is used for is, when you're cloning a repo from GitHub, and the repo you're cloning from GitHub is using a Node version, let's say 8.0, and the Node version you're running locally is, let's say 10.0, and you definitely wouldn't be able to use NPM on this, like you wouldn't be able to use Node at all because you are running a totally different version from the project. So what NVM does in this process is NVM helps you change the local version of your node to the version the project runs on. So with NVM, you can automatically change the version of node on your product from 10.0 to like 9.0, which the product runs on. Then you can use any of your node commands. So yeah, after doing all of that, then you React Native CLI. So, and this is all the like regular process we all know about. So that last week I spoke about, which is npm install global React Native CLI. Then it needs like a new React Native app using React Native in it. React Native Nigeria, that's the name of the project. Then you enter into the directory CD React Native Nigeria. That's the all regular process with everyone who codes already. And then you want to run the emulator, React Native run Android, React Native run iOS. Same process we all use in our, let's say, React developers do this, Vue developers do this, web developers, they all do the same process. So it's like the same process. Then once you run the emulator and it's running, you have an output like this, which shows you the Android version or the iOS version, whichever works for you. So intro to React Native, create React Native app. I don't seem to get used to this create React Native app because I think it's a really long name. I don't, it's like a tongue twister for me when I try to say it because like intro to like create React Native app. Create React Native app. That sounds odd in my head. So, but enough of that. Let's get right into it. So, Create React Native app was developed by Expo. Expo is a free and open source platform for making universal native apps with React that runs on both Android, iOS, and web. So 3 experiences that you're going to have with Expo. Number 1 is the Android version, number 2 is the iOS version, and also the web version. So first things first, you're going to install the Create React Native app. So as usual, how we all do it, npm install -g. So that -g means global. You're installing globally on your system, saying create React Native app. Still twisting my tongue. Moving forward. So once you're done with that, the next command you're going to run after the Create React Native app has been installed locally globally on your system is the Create React Native app, React Native Nigeria. So React Native Nigeria is the name of the project you want to kickstart with on top of Create React Native app. So once that's done, installed everything and configured everything, you just enter into directory and start your project. That's simple. So once you've seeded into the directory using what I have here, okay, since I don't have a mouse preview, so I can't hover. So once you CD React Native Nigeria, this Create React Native app is not really working for my tongue. Okay, moving forward. Once you've got into the directory, you run yarn iOS, yeah. So basically what this does is, you know how in your package.json folder, you have the starters. So where there's like the yarn command, the yarn starts. So one of the command is like start, another command is like dev, then another command is like, let's say build, yes. So then it's like, so you know it's JSON, so it's like quotation, start, colon, another quotation, then the actual command is running, but then you know you're running on like yarn or like npm, whichever your preferred package manager. So you have to like have those commands to run the other pre-existing command, but it's so long. So for example, with the part where I said there's like starts, that's quotation, start, colon, like another quotation. In that second quotation, what you're having there is React Native run iOS. That's like a whole long command. So you have to like start your iOS emulator. You're going to have to write React-native space run -iOS. That's a whole long process. So what changed here is with just iOS, you just have to just do yarn iOS. So automatically it runs a whole long command, and we all understand how this process works. I'm just trying to explain for anyone who doesn't understand how this process works. So that exactly builds your iOS app, which also compiles. But this process alone only works for Mac. So for you to run like iOS applications and all of that, you need like a MacBook because of some processes that was not available on the Android, on the Windows like version. So yeah, then the yarn Android version, same process I explained the yarn iOS, you have for the yarn Android, and that runs your React Native, React Native Android app. Yeah, right. So this process works on your Mac, your Windows laptop, on your Linux, everywhere, because it's Android. Then the web version, this is what's more like really cool about Expo itself. So these commands help you start the web version of your Expo. So in the second quotation that I explained in my first slide talking about this process, in the second quotation, you're going to have Expo start, then colon web. So this alone runs the web version of your app. And this runs for every every version, the Android, Linux, Mac, whatever operating system you are working on. So yeah, this is now where I'm going to be focusing most of my energy to. So which is one of the major things that you're going to love about Create React Native app is the fact that you can run pre-existing templates and you can just like have pre-existing configurations of your application, and all you just have to just is start writing like the major key things you need for your application. Start configuring these things. That's all you have to need. So React Native apps have something called templates, where you have to just specify the kind of template you want, and you just have to just get to use them. For example, you can see the little command I have on the left-hand side. I have npm create React Native app. So -t in Expo means templates. So -d with Apollo. So Expo have been able to put together some major templates that we can use to build applications, for example, with Apollo. So Apollo is going to cover things that has to do with GraphQL. So if you want to set up your applications with GraphQL, you have run the React Native init project. You are starting everything from scratch. But with Create React Native app, then you do -templates. That's -t with Apollo. You're going to have all the setup you need to configure Apollo. All you have to do is just start configuration, not like installing Apollo GraphQL, not setting up Apollo Federation. All of those things are automatically preset when you just run -template with Apollo. So all of those things are automatically set in your projects. You don't have to like start them. So that's one of the beauty of using the Create React Native apps. Create React Native apps. I think I'm going to think of a short form to use rather than saying Create React Native apps. I can't get used to that. Okay, but getting back on track. So there's with Apollo, there's with Auth0. So Auth0, as we all know, is authentication. So it's going to help you preset all the authentication processes automatically installed. Every dependencies you need, every little code basis you have to write, every little code lines you're going to have to put together, or you just have to put your keys in there and just make it work. Set up the configurations of the services you will need to use to the social services. Let's say it's like let's say Facebook, Twitter, all of those things are automatically presets with Auth0. That's with this template I'm talking about. There's set up with React Router also. So there's also React Router, which helps you out with links. I know, most scenarios we want to use, how should I put this? There are other ways we can route in React Native, but the best way really is the React Router, which was built by React Training. That's Ryan. He's the creator of React Router, and Cassidy, Yeah, Cassidy. But the company recently just had to disband because of the current COVID-19 issue. So the company was disbanded. So, but the product is still being maintained by these creators. So it still works, and still what we use for like any React projects. We also use React Router. So in the same case, so for your template, npx create React Native app -t, meaning template with React Router, with Facebook authentication, with Twitter authentication. However,
it's 11 o'clock.
These templates are being made available to you. Everything's being set up automatically. So this is the major beauty of the React Native app, and why you should exactly use this. So yeah, the templates that could be pre-installed on your Create React Native app were developed by Expo, as I said earlier. So the URL is github.com/expo/examples. So under examples is where you find all these pre-existing templates. The 5 ones I mentioned here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So the 5 templates I mentioned, these are not just the only one. There are many other templates, like a whole bunch of them on this URL. So which is github.com/expo/example. You'll find a whole bunch of like examples that you could use. So why exactly should we use Create React Native app? So the main reason you should wrap your head around this Create React Native app used by Expo is, number one, already configured templates. You just have to run npm create React Native app -t with Otero, and you have an automatic Otero configuration set already. It's like you're like getting, okay, it's like the Create React app where you have like a whole bunch of things installed already. You just have to just like remove the code that was written inside the app.js file and just start writing your own code. Like that's simple. A whole bunch of things already like pre-installed already. You have like no stress at all. Then yeah, full support for React Native Web as usual with Expo. So yeah, thank you. Any questions? I'm looking forward to answering them. You can catch me on Twitter at developer.io or GitHub at developer.io. Same process, same username as usual. So thanks everyone.